What's up, rock stars? Welcome back to an all-new episode here of the JW Show. I am the kid JW, and we're back at it again. Now, one of my videos, a couple of videos ago, I mentioned about rebuilding trust. Now, in this video, we are talking about trust and communication and balancing friendships. Now, balancing trust and communication. Of course, I said it plenty of times on this channel. It's very important in a relationship. It's equally as important when you have friends outside of your relationship. Now, how do you maintain trust while having friendships and being in a relationship? It's not the easiest thing in the world, but it's also not the most difficult thing in the world. It all depends on how much you trust your partner and how well you communicate, you know? Now, diving on into that here, the role of trust, okay? Why is trust the foundation of every relationship? I'll tell you why. Without trust, it's pretty much the same thing as, well, what's the point of having an engine in a car? If you don't have, or better yet, if you don't have an engine in the car is not going anywhere. Just like trust. If you don't have trust in a relationship, it's not going anywhere. Foundation is important because just like building a house, if you don't have a strong foundation for that house, the house is going to collapse. Same with a relationship. If you don't have a strong relationship foundation, the relationship is going to collapse on its own because of mistrust, insecurities, lack of communication, a lot of things. Now, how does the lack of trust, if you will, impact the relationship? Well, lack of trust can come from a lack of communication. And if you have friends in a relationship, not communicating and not having trust in your partner, or your partner not having trust in you, and you not communicating your intentions on how you are with your friends, can make it really complicated and really muddy. And nobody likes muddiness and nobody likes complicated things. Okay? Now, me personally, a lot of you guys notice I have a few friends. I have friends that's men. I have friends that's women. And I've always been a person I get along with both sexes. I get along with men, I get along with women. And every relationship I've been in, it's always been smooth sailing because I explained it. I said, hey, I'm friends with so-and-so. We've been friends for X amount of years, nothing there. You ain't got to worry about it. I'm honest. I'm honest and I'm communicating. I'm not hiding behind anything. I'm not saying, oh, I'm friends with this person, but secretly we've messed around a couple of times. They may like me. I may have feelings for them, but I'm going to ignore that. No, I'm going to communicate that to you. Now, also the same exact time, I always tell people this. I'm a natural flirt, okay? It's my personality. But also, I tell people this too. Don't assume that something has happened or something is going on because of how I am with my friends. Like if you put me and one of my other friends, my day one, you put me and her together, and if you didn't know us, you'll think, oh man, they finish each other's sentences. They play well off each other. You know, they're finishing each other's sentences. They got their humor in lock. It's the whole vibe. Oh, they must have been met. We got that vibe, you know. And that's the one thing I always say. You got to understand that what the vibe is before you can pass judgment. Just because we may talk a lot or we have that type of personality between us where it's like, oh my goodness, doesn't mean nothing's happened. Doesn't mean nothing is going to happen. It just means that, hey, that type of friendship is rare. You know, just like me and my boy. We got that type of friendship. You'll look us up and down and be like, man, y'all must be related or something. Hey, we've been friends since day one. We locked in. So it's all about how you communicate and how you explain it to your partner. And I may call my friends, hey hon, hey big kid, what's good with you? Oh, I can't stand you. You know, to me, it's just us being us. There's no flirting behind it. It's just us being us. You know, so that's why I said you got to explain it to your partner because not every partner is going to understand it if you don't explain that. And if you don't explain that, you don't have trust. And if you don't have trust, well, you got to rebuild that trust. Okay. Now, I hate to say you got to put boundaries in, but yes, every friendship and relationship, you got to put boundaries in place. I even have boundaries, okay, when it comes to my friendships and my relationship. For example, every one of my friends, male and female, know not to hit me up after a certain time of night. They also know, hey, on the weekends, that's usually my alone time with my shorty. So they know, oh, I can't call, I'm not going to call him at this time of night. Hey, I'm not going to expect him to hang out, because I know he's busy he's spending quality time with his lady. So you got to create boundaries. You got to create, you know, boundaries and expectations. You got to say, hey, I'm in a relationship. You can't be calling me at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. You can't be calling me at 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, because it's corporations. You got to have boundaries. You also got to know that certain things can't happen between y'all. Like if you hanging out with let's say for the sake of argument, you hanging out with your male friend, you grab drinks with your male friend, and let's say it's a Thursday night, you're grabbing drinks with your male friend, and you're at the bar. Let your partner know that. If you're not hanging out with if you're not spending time with your partner, if it's after work, let your partner know, hey, I'm hanging out with Todd. We're gonna catch up. Whoop. That's cool. I would appreciate if you honest with me and tell me, hey, you hanging out with such and such. Boom. Because if you're being honest with me, all right, cool. I can respect that. But at the same exact time, your male friends need to understand, and the female friends, if you're a man watching this, your friends got to know that certain things they can't do when you're in a relationship. Fellas, I say this: if you out with your female friend, may not be a best idea to give her your hoodie to stay warm if she's cold. May not be. It also may not be a good idea if she's leaving some things in your car or whatever. I mean, I get it. Sometimes, hey, you might leave a jacket or something. You might leave like whatever, something small in your car. That's cool. But I'm talking about something significant. So don't leave stuff like that in your car. And two, don't give your female friend a hoodie. And don't make her think that there's something more there if it's not. Just don't. Same with y'all ladies. Know your boundaries. Don't sit there and do little things to make it seem like you're hitting on your male friend, because as a man, we can get confused. After a few drinks, we may get confused and misread the signals. It happens to all of us, male and female. So set those boundaries. And if you've been friends for like 10 years, them boundaries are already etched in stone anyway. So you know the boundaries. But again, you got to have trust. You got to have communication in there, because if you don't, it's going to ruin things. And honestly, I always tell people this, and this is kind of getting into my next episode here, but I'm gonna break it down to you guys. If there's ever a concern and boundaries are crossed, whether it's something being said through text or something being done, whether intentionally or unintentionally, address those concerns. Don't be so afraid to dismiss those and ignore those. Like if your friend does something that crosses the line, call it out. Let them know that it crossed the line and, don't do it again. If you do something, if your friend points it out, don't be so quick to dismiss it. Acknowledge that you made a mistake and handle that concern. All right. Now, like I said, next episode, we're diving into concerns and how to address those concerns in the next relationship. All right. And then I think another episode I may do how to be friends with your ex and how to handle a situation when it comes to exes and being friends too as well. But I'm not sure yet. But anyways, the next episode will be about handling concerns and that here. So don't go nowhere. Make sure if you like this episode and any other episodes, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because I drop 3 times a week. Yeah, drop 3 times a week. All right. And also make sure that, hey, follow us over at Worlds Collide too, because me and Miss Steva Talks, we drop a whole lot of stuff over there too, daily, every day, 6 p.m. every day. We dropping content left and right. All right. So make sure you show us some love too over there as well. And until next time, if you have any questions or anything, let me know how you set boundaries with your friendships while you're in a relationship. And I'll catch you guys next time. I love to hear from you guys. All right. Take care, y'all. Later.